Alright, so guitar lesson 101. The first thing is it's not as hard as everybody thinks it is. The other thing too, music is subjective. That means what's good for you might not be good for other people. So like I could and somebody might not like that, and then I can all be different for other people. So the way I approach music is a little bit different. I was trained on the piano, which has 88 keys, and I know the black notes are these ones, the white notes are this one, now the black note, the white note. Okay, so mathematically speaking, if you look at the guitar and approach the entire neck as a mathematical trip, you always have this, right? Right? Because this is an E, A, D, G, B. So now that you know where that E, A, D, G, B, E trip is, you can always say, okay, well, if I want to play a fucking G chord, now the other thing is to figure it out where the rest of them lie. So A, so I just derived those fucking notes from the simple C structure, right? And how I got there was, well, this is an A. Comes after that, like the alphabet. So A flat, fucking B, then C, because there's no black note between B and C on a keyboard, right? It doesn't exist. So it's pretty simple. So you just gotta learn these. You gotta learn these fucked up notes that don't even count. So if you got a lot of like A, B, C, D, and E and all this weird shit in your fucking head, if you decided to make it a mathematical equation, then what you can do is, first of all, you got to get your beer. Then what you can do, since you know it's mathematical, everybody learned math in school. You know, it's pretty simple because we use math every day to like stop at stop signs, to know how much gas to put in our car, whatever. So if you take math and go, okay, that's an A. What's the next one? B. C. So it's all right there, man. You can find them all over the place. What I would suggest everybody does is to chase shapes. Randy Rose was a master at teaching this to everybody, because you could just go, and you can find it anywhere you want. This 22 neck board has 48 notes. This one is a 24 fretter, so it has 50. And the only reason that is because there's two extra things. So basically an octave is, right? So if you think about it mathematically, it makes a lot of sense the way that the fucking music's put together. So you just... So you don't run into... if you're doing scales, like, you know, you could do that. Basic minor pentatonic, but if you want to add a little bit of like chromatic inflections in there, it kind of makes a lot of fucking sense too, because you can shorten it and you can go. And that's part of the math part. And then so doesn't make a lot of sense, but once you get your ear going on it, you can just like... And then you don't even know mathematically that you just went into the Phrygian mode, because you didn't know that to start with, because you didn't figure it out. So now how the fuck do you think that guy got there? If you, what key could that possibly be in? Could be in G, because of course it's an A, fucking E. So the resolve is always going to be, remember, there's octave. In that octave, there's a mathematical equation of notes. So if you number them all, and you learn what's what, black notes are going to be odd numbers, good notes are going to be even. It's basically the same thing, right? Like a piano. So what I just did is I just played black notes and white notes instead of doing it like this. So it's like... So you condense it with math. Basically, you could take the same thing. And you can just use it mathematically and find those exact notes, stay in key, and not have to worry about fucking tripping on A, B, C, sharp, fucking flat, and all that shit. Same notes, man. So that's the key for the fucking trip right now, is just remember math. if you can do 2 and 2 makes fucking 4, you can do 3 plus 2 makes 5. And that puts you from the fucking whole note to the flat or the... So if you mathematically put the shit together, you can just put your own kind of crap together, you know? So that was all whole notes, right? So you put a black key like it was on the keyboard would be this one, right? Then you go to whole note, another whole note, that one, and then you go down to this one, and then when you let go of it, it's another white one, which is right here. So let's do it again. G chord. So is this. That's all the same shit, and I just did it like within my reach right there, you know, like open. Really open, and then so that was all in the same fucking key, 4 ways to play one chord, and it's simple, and you can even change it. Back to your G. Same shit, man. That's an easy way to play an open G scale. It's fucking... and you're done with it. So fucking simple. So you just work on 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so I put one more sharp in there. So here's your G note. That one doesn't sound too effective unless you take it and go. Like that, you know, because you have to drop it down to an E because you started at the wrong spot. But this one, and then you end up with the G note right here, which is, but this is an octave, so that makes it more easier, right? Then you go back to your Phrygian right there, because you're going up a whole step from the actual note, and then what you do is you come up here and then trying to get it like Egyptian sound, kind of, you know. Then you throw that little sharp in the end, but you only do it one time, because otherwise if you do it all the time, it's not going to sound right. So it's... That gets you in the Phrygian mode that you can... That keeps you in the same kind of groove right there, but... The idea is to resolve back to the same. If you're going to be playing, it doesn't matter, you know, you can do octaves, you can actually, there's more octaves on this guitar than I can even fucking think about, because